Dear delegates of J Street, thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to speak to you. It's my great pleasure to address this important conference, and I wish you all the best. Today in Palestine, while your conference is taking place in Washington, there are quite a number of sad events that are taking place. 10 Palestinians have lost their lives in the last 78 hours. This makes the number of Palestinians who have been killed since the beginning of the year up to 207 Palestinians. More than 6,000 Palestinians have been arrested. Quite a number of people have been injured. A wall is surrounding the city of Jerusalem. Gaza is under siege. The area is divided between Area A, Area B, Area C. Hebron is divided between H1, H2. Checkpoints, more incursions into Al-Aqsa Mosque. All this is happening at a time during the current Israeli government headed by Prime Minister Lapid. Imagine a situation in which the new Israeli government, what is it that they will do? They are threatening to increase more land expropriation and more land confiscation, to bring more settlers, to change the rules of engagement, to adopt a policy by the army, by the Israeli army, to call it shoot to kill policy. More incursions into Al-Aqsa Mosque, more incursions into Al-Ibrahimi Mosque in Hebron. And this is a recipe for disaster. My prediction is that the coming Israeli government will go into and will take us into a very dangerous situation. This should be stopped. Having said that, our relationship with Washington has improved. Remember all that we stopped our engagement with the Trump administration, and now we were happy to see President Biden got elected. The administration made quite a number of good promises. They promised to reopen the American consulate in East Jerusalem. They promised to bring back finances to the Palestinians, to UNRWA. They promised to continue respect the status quo of Al-Haram al-Qudsi, Al-Aqsa Mosque. They promised to stop all unilateral acts, including settlements. It's very unfortunate that only one of these promises has been fulfilled, which is funding UNRWA, which is very important. I'm grateful to the administration for doing that. And it is our hope that other things that have been promised to be fulfilled as well. And I hope that the current policy vis-a-vis Israel should be changed. This American policy vis-a-vis Israel is not conducive, is not bringing Israeli government into the peace track. It's on the contrary, that Israel should not be finding a cover at the United Nations by the American administration. And I hope that our bilateral relationship with Washington should not be Israeli-centric. It should not be only related to Israel. We should enjoy a good bilateral relationship. It is our hope that President Biden, when he visited Bethlehem, he stated good things. He stated that he truly believes in two states on the borders of 1967. And we were happy to hear that. But we will be more than happy if the administration will work to fulfill this commitment of believing in two states, to work for achieving a two states. Because what we see today is a total erosion of two states by the Israeli policies and by the Israeli practice. And it is our hope that Washington will push the United Nations to come up with a peace initiative. United Nations is, according to its charter, is the body that should come up with a peace initiative, should maintain peace in the whole world, and including in Palestine. And also it is our hope that Washington will strengthen and support the Palestinian Authority, politically, financially, and economically. This has been happening partially, but not fully. It is our hope also that Washington will oblige Israel to respect the signed agreements. We and the Israelis signed the Oslo Agreement. It is very unfortunate that Israel is violating every single article in the agreement, including our right to have elections. It is very ironic that Israel has gone through 4 or 5 different elections, and they are vetoing our own elections because they're not allowing our people in Jerusalem to be part of the election process. This should stop. Washington should help us to bring back democracy into action in Palestine through elections for the general elections in Palestine. We did go through local government elections. It was very successful, and now we are waiting to be able to have our own national elections. It's also our hope that President Biden will issue a presidential decree, a presidential proclamation stating that the PLO and the BA are partners for peace. President Biden has met our president. He is also the chairman of the PLO. It is not possible that Washington continue to consider the PLO as a terrorist organization at a time when all our dealings with Washington has been going very well. I had the opportunity to meet with more than 88 members of Congress. I find them very helpful, and I hope that the Congress will really take action to correct our relationship with Washington financially, politically, and legally. Ladies and gentlemen, I know that the alternative to two states is a disaster. The alternative to two states is a situation in which Israel will be neither Jewish nor democratic. The alternative to two states is a minority Israelis will be governing the affairs of majority Palestinians. Why do I say this? I say this because today, in historical Palestine, between River Jordan and Mediterranean Sea, there are 7 million Jews, 7 million Israelis. At the same time, there are 7.350 Palestinians, Muslims and Christians. This means that Palestinians are more in numbers by 350,000 Palestinians. This means that a minority Israelis are governing the affairs of majority Palestinians. This means that if we don't go into two-state solution, it means that according to Human Rights Watch, Amnesty International, B'Tselem, all international organizations that has considered Israel to be an apartheid state. I know you don't want that to happen, but I am telling you that this is unfortunately what is happening, and this is the direction where things are going into. A two-state solution is a win-win situation. We have all to call for it, and we have all to push for it, and we have all to make it possible. My dear friends, dear delegates of J Streets, we are hopeful. Palestinians are extending their hands for peace. We know that negotiation is important. Our president has always extended his hand to the Israeli leaders to be ready to sit down and end the conflict. And it is our hope that you, the delegates of J Streets, who believe in two states, that you use your morals, you use your political weight, you use your influence to really to push for a two-state solution to be implemented, and to push the administration and to call upon the administration to recognize Palestine as a state on the borders of 6-7. I thank you for giving me the opportunity. I am always hopeful that tomorrow is better than today. Don't make me the only hopeful person in the area. Make our people full of hope, and you can do it. Thank you.